Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Darkest Dungeon. We made quite a bit of money in the last episode, so I want to spend a little bit of time just going through and spending it on our favourite troopers. And let's sort by level. Our favourite troopers, of course, being Dismas, Forno, Malverson, Burgett and Mordeed. We do use Rampart, so we'll have that. We use Retribution. Retribution is just awesome. Love it so much. I haven't yet used Defender, but Defender with Retribution combined would actually be a really good combination. So let's actually have a look. What have you got? You've got Bellow, Crush. See, I like this, but let's get rid of Bellow. Let's put Defender on. I think that's going to be a better combination. And what was the last one we had? Crush. That was it. So Malverson is pretty well buffed. Mordy, what did we go for you at the moment? Weakening, Weird, Hands from the Abyss, and Demon's Pull. Still not convinced about Hands from the Abyss. It does need us to be further forwards. Sacrificial Stab can be done from the third place, so I think I'm actually going to change that back. Just because it means we can have you there, and in that level team, I mean, there'll be stun, there'll be all kinds of other stuff going on. It should be fine. And of course, we love our plague grenades. So let's get them done a little bit. Now, we don't need to spend any money on supplies this time, so we can actually afford to go a little bit crazy with these. But I think that's all we're going to do, because we are going to need money to treat people at the end if we run away. Now, what are we going to do? We could go and kill the inchoate flesh. Ooh. It's a medium apprentice one, so it should be alright, actually. Especially if we take some experienced people. Okay, so Dismas can't actually go out for that one. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll take Frossard and Malverson. We'll take Jubert and Mordeed. And this will be an interesting one. Okay, we're going to take all the food we can, because there's no reason for us not to. From medium, we'd normally take 2 stacks anyway. We'll take 2 stacks of torches. We will take a stack of keys, and we'll take all the shovels they'll let us carry in 1 stack. And I think that's a pretty well stocked. You know, we'll take more holy water, because we can drink 1 each right at the start.
My zeal for blood rituals and summoning rites had begun to ebb, as each attempt invariably brought only failure and disappointment. Progress was whole.
Yeah. Once again, we have suffered a crash as it's loading. It's a bit of a shame. It does happen every now and then. Give us a moment and we'll get right in there. Okay, so we need to find this inchoate flesh, which I'm sure will be kind of disgusting. We're going to ignore as much stuff as we can, but one thing I do want to do is give people worthwhile resists right from the start. And we're going to try and explore this logically. Good dodge there, that's very lucky. And we will do some packs though, because you can't
A fortune
have any trouble
waiting to be
from
spent.
packs as far as I know. Spiders. Alright. And they're surprised. This is actually going to be hilarious. So what do we want to do? Do we just want to stab them? I think we probably do. Jeez, they got a good dodge. Retribution. Now go back.
Back to the pit.
One gone. A little bit of overkill, but that's perfectly fine.
Be gone, fiend. Another abomination
That was
cleansed from our
pretty
lands.
straightforward. So what's this? A bone altar. Strange power can be felt in its presence. Yeah, let's... Ooh. I'm okay with this. I'm so totally okay with this. As soon as we find that inchoate flesh, we will head for it. Looking at the map, it might be down here, it might be down here. So I think if we come down this way, I'm going to go past a trap and get that disarmed though. You're probably best for it. Ignore the books, because that can drive us insane. And we'll head across this way. I'm purposefully avoiding the room battles a little bit. We can always come back to them afterwards if we want
trinkets
more.
and
But really,
baubles.
it's
Paid for in blood.
about taking out the boss. That's what we're here for. Room battle with treasure, regular room battle. Let's go here and get the treasure. I don't mind the occasional room battle, of course, but there has to be a good reason for it rather than just a fight for fight's sake. Oh man, you guys are going to have such a bad day. So, let's grab you.
As the
And
fiend
kill you,
falls,
apparently.
a faint hope blossoms.
We could just smite him, yeah? Get the big hits. All the big hits. Harmless poke. Well, that was entirely harmless. This will clear the corpses. Demon's Pull only works on the back. Right, well, stab that guy.
Obliterated.
Right in his face. That was actually pretty badass.
Surgical precision.
I hope we're not using up, like, all of our...
Prodigious size
Good
alone
luck.
does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Take all. What's in the strongbox? Traps tried to blight us. Didn't exactly do a great deal. Okay, I think that the boss fight is going to be down here. So if we camp now...
Gathered
Use
close
as much
in
food as we
tenuous
can.
firelight and uneasy companionship.
And then weapons practice for everyone. We don't need any prayers. Minus 15% stress before battles. We can do some instruction though. Let's instruct you. Yeah, we could do... Sanctuary. Prevent a nighttime ambush. And that'll be fine. Mostly, getting the damage buff is why we wanted to do this now. It will last for 4 battles, so if this isn't actually the boss fight, we can still go around and
The way
sort
is
it
lit.
out.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Now these only last for 3 rounds, so it is a bit of a gamble, but I'd rather get the resist in there first. Fingers crossed, everyone.
The light, the promise of safety.
This
Squirming,
certainly looks like it. Oh
contorting,
my
and
God.
ever-expanding.
What?
This horror must be unmade.
What the hell is this? Okay. 10% stun resist, so stunning it would be a good idea. 200% move resist, as you'd expect by it being all over the place. Okay. This could be difficult. Let's focus on the front. I'm assuming it's going to change, like, orientation and stuff. So Rampart only stuns 1. Let's get Retribution in there. Try and do as much area of effect on it as possible. Yeah, okay, that's how this works. I think mostly it's just going to be a race against its healing ability. And because they do have different defenses and stuff, okay. Let's try and focus on the weak points as much as possible, I guess.
Masterfully executed.
Okay, weak point at the front.
That devastating
Very
blow.
weak point at the front. Man, that was a big crit. You kind of need to heal yourself, so get on that now. That thing is just so gross. Retribution on the brain because it's no protection. That one was out of range, so couldn't do anything.
Its destruction is a small consolation, given the implications of its terrible existence.
Now, Morty was definitely
These
the right
nightmarish
person
creatures
to bring
can be
across
felled.
for
They
this.
can be beaten.
We're going to continue adventuring because we have supplies and there are still potential treasures to be found. Let's have a look around. Mostly dotted curious. In fact, you know what? Let's just call that a victory and we'll take it for what it is. Another boss gets felled. We actually get money back for all the things that we didn't use. It's not a lot of money. That's better. Not having any heirlooms and things. It's a bit of a shame, but at the same time, we made reasonable amounts of money. We took out a boss. And people got a little bit more experience as well. No stress penalty when walking backwards. Okay, I didn't realise there was a stress penalty walking backwards. That's good to know.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay, so we've still got more things that we need to treat. Let's get Forno going for that vertigo, because that's going to be potentially problematic. We'll clear out our party, and we will order by stress. So Malvalet, is there anything we want to give you in here? Given you already do extra damage against Eldritch, might be a very good idea locking that in, but I think we'll do that another time. Put you in the transept, you can pray for a bit, and I think that's all we need to do with people. I haven't found enough quests for us to be able to upgrade, so I'm going to finish that episode there. Thank you very much for watching. It is a bit of a shorter one. We did just do a direct boss run rather than going around exploring all of the rooms and buildings and stuff. But sometimes that is the right move to make, and given we took out the boss, I'd say it was pretty much spot on. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can do so now, and you'll be notified when the next video goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Darkest Dungeon. See you soon.